Let me tell you about the time I thought I might get murdered going into a listing consultation. The prospective seller called me for help. They'd been renting out their home for roughly 8 years after they'd PCS'd. They had made a deal with the tenant that if the tenant improved the home, they would reduce the rent. Now they hadn't been able to get in touch with the tenant for over a year, and recently the tenant had stopped paying rent, claiming needing to spend extra money on materials for improvements. Fortunately, their mortgage was super low because they'd bought in Buckeye, Arizona years before it began appreciating quickly. At any rate, they were worried about the house, and now the seller had significant disabilities and just needed the equity out of it and for the stress to be off her plate. I tried reaching out to the tenant with no luck. The seller said she was able to get in touch with the tenant and set a time for me to go to the house. As I walked up, I saw a smiley face spray painted on the side of the house. And I got a sinking feeling. I went to the door and it was just pulled to, not latched and shut. I backed away, called the seller. She told me, "Oh, just go ahead and go in." The tenant had left the door open for me. And I did. The house was terrible. The flooring had been removed, so it was only bare concrete foundation. Multiple cabinets were broken in the kitchen and the sink was rusty. There was vinyl stuck to the windows and it was just dirty. Plus, huge dogs were barking and slamming against the back glass door. I walked through taking pictures and video. One of the bedrooms had a lot of stuff stored in it, and I got the feeling someone was in there and was watching me. Clearly, I'm alive. I left quickly and reported back to the seller. Ultimately, I did help them sell the house, and well, that's a story for another time. Tap like if you want more stories.